Greetings Ventures, it's Lauren Gaming and I'm coming at you with a brand new news update. They just had a DanMemo Japanese live stream earlier today, and it's about the Familia System, as well as some new units being released right before the Attack on Titan banner, of course. And these new units are actually very desirable, so it's going to be quite the dilemma choosing how much Iris you want to spend. But first, before I get into all the news, let me go ahead and go thank the unofficial DanMemo Discord folks, especially Crow Armburst, that does the translations of DanMemo live streams. It's always a big help getting these translations so everyone knows what to expect when the update does come later tonight. So with that out of the way, let's get started. The first thing that went over in their live stream today was about the Familia System, more specifically the stuff that's going to be happening at launch. Now, I don't want to go too in-depth into this because this is all in Japanese, all these pictures here, and the update's happening tonight, so you're going to see what this looks like in English anyway. But for a little bit of a quick summary, here's the main screen of the Familia System, or when you want to search for one or make one. And then, of course, you'll be able to choose the god that your Familia will be represented by, and you can actually change this to once per day if you switch your mind on what god you like. But yeah, you see Hestia, Loki, Hephaestus, Freya, Ganesha, Demeter, and more down the line. I'm not sure if Soma is in there. We haven't actually seen Soma's face. We see the back of his head in the new title screen that I will show you. I mentioned that last live stream video. But man, Soma. I wonder if Njord is in here. Njorder. Oh well, we'll know tonight. We'll know tonight. But my Familia is going to be represented by Hephaestus, mostly because she's the goddess I like the most. That's not Astrea, obviously, because Astrea is Ryu's goddess, but for obvious reasons, we can't choose Astrea, so I had to pick Hephaestus for my Familia. And as in regards to people joining my Familia, there seems to be a 30 follower limit on the Familia so far, and that might increase, possibly like other games when the Familia level increases, but I'm not sure about that. But so far I've been taking down names in the Discord for people that will be in my Familia. Unfortunately, I can't, of course, accept everyone. I would if I could, but I can't because of that 30 player limit. So I need to think of something to do for all you other guys that are unfortunately past that 30 follower limit. I'm not at that yet, but as soon as this video releases, maybe the update's already live and already have 30 people. So we'll see what happens, but I want to incorporate a way to help you guys that can't join my Familia to join some other Familias. And here's the option screen for when you make a Familia. You can choose a Familia type, like you're going to be a casual Familia, a competitive one. You can choose raid times. There's no system in yet for what the raid times is going to be based for. I assume like it's going to be other gacha games, kind of like Grand Blue Fantasy, where you pick a specific time where you want your Familia to do raids or content like that, and you get bonuses during those times. And also there's a setting for if you want your Familia to just auto-accept a request to join the Familia, or if you want it to be on an approved basis, which is probably the better thing to do if you don't just want anyone in your Familia. But that's on you if you want to open up your Familia to everybody, or if you want to make sure that your friends get in there first before people just clog up that 30 slot window. And lastly, it looks like it will cost about 100k Valis to create the Familia itself. And here's the home screen that you will see when you establish your Familia, or when you join a Familia. This will be your new Familia screen. As you can see on the left here, there's your god or goddess that you choose. And then you can see your Familia level down on the bottom, and also you can see a Valis amount that is in the Familia itself. Now with the Valis, you can donate Valis. Here there's options, a 100 Valis option, 1,000, and 10,000 Valis option. And there's a limit to how many Valis you can donate per day. I assume that's there, so the people that just farm Valis out the wazoo, like all 30 members, like donate like 100 million Valis or something like that. Because what donating Valis is going to do is help you acquire the Familia skills, which I mentioned in my previous video. Like some of the skills were like increase your fire resistance, increase your thunder resistance by so much, stuff like that. So this little gates right here is to make sure that people that already have like infinite amount of Valis don't get an immediate advantage because they have all the ballast in the world. With this, they're time gated with it. And here we can see some of the selection of stamps available for the chat system, because in the chat system you can only use stamps, which I still find funny, but it's not that big of a deal because a lot of us just use Discord or Reddit or stuff like that to communicate, so it'll be funny just communicating with simple stamps. And that's all about the Familia System I'm going to cover right now. Obviously, I'll be covering it a bit more when the update actually hits, and as time goes along, they'll be adding more and more stuff to the Familia System. Like I mentioned in my previous livestream video, they showed their little timeline for planned updates to the Familia System itself, like there's like Casual Siege, Guild Raids obviously, so we should see more of that stuff in the future, but for now, this is what I'll cover. And like I mentioned last time, we'll be getting a new title screen and song. The song is sung by Hestia's voice actress, Mina Suginori, and as much as I like the song and I like the art here, as soon as I give this a good listen, I'm going to immediately change it back to Ryu, because Ryu best girl. With the Familia System and the theme of celebrating all the gods and goddesses of Danmachi, we are getting new assist units, and they're pretty good, which is a good thing. It's a good thing they're good, but it's also a bad thing because we have to choose between the Attack on Titan collaboration units and now the new assist units that look like they're going to be really good for war games. And these new assist characters should be releasing tomorrow night on 10/17. If you're not watching this video, October 17th, Wednesday night. The first one I'll go over is the new Dionysus. I'll go over these characters in depth in an actual character analysis video, and I should be releasing that probably tomorrow night at some point like that. But I will say this: make sure you save your Iris. If you're unsure, save your Iris for the upcoming Attack on Titan collaboration banner, because these two banners should be up at the same time. So when we know what the skills of the Attack on Titan characters are, we'll be able to make a better decision on how to spend our Iris. But for now, here's Dionysus at +5. His stats are right there. He has a pretty good amount of strength and agility, and his skill is similar to Miak. If you're familiar with him, the poison damage, he'll be able to inflict a 10% poison damage to your opponents. So at the end of the turn, they will lose 10% of their max HP, and Dionysus also reduces the amount of healing your opponents receive by 25%. Remember that these are the numbers for +5, so those numbers will be a little bit smaller if he's not a +5, probably like 8% HP poison damage and 15% healing effectiveness loss from your opponents. Now this Dionysus is definitely pretty good, especially if your opponent is using like a healing assist and a healer. It reduces their healing tremendously. The poison is also kind of a substantial amount, but the poison can easily be avoided by using Ceremonial Flame Hestia, because that will negate that instance of poison. Dionysus is coming in first turn. Ceremonial Flame Hestia will just null that out. But he is a pretty decent assist, but the next three characters are going to be pretty good. In my opinion, this is probably going to be the most sought after unit of the new God and Goddesses assist characters, the new Hestia. And Hestia is finally back as an assist character, guys, because we've been quite a few events actually without a new Hestia assist. I don't count the Mummy Hestia because that was a rerun from last year's Halloween. But Hestia is back again, of course. And I actually do like the art design for actually all these units, because they kind of go back to almost like a Greek time. Of course, the next two characters aren't Greek but Norse. But it is cool seeing them in a more old-fashioned outfit right now. So +5 Hestia gives a pretty decent amount of HP, a somewhat decent amount of strength and magic, but her agility stat is the standout at 520. So if you have her a +5, put her on a character you definitely want to be going first during the turn. And linking with that is her skill. She will increase the amount of AoE damage received by your opponents by 15% and increase your allies' agility, your units, by 10%. So this is like, I was kind of mad when I saw this, the translation for this, because I'm like, this is so obviously the top assist character that you want for war games. There's no way around it. This is the character that you want for war games, and they released this right before the Attack on Titan collaboration banner. But yes, AoE damage, super important during war games. That's pretty much all we use. And 15% is quite the boost in damage. And then that agility, that bonus agility, is going to help your characters outspeed your opponents, especially if you're carrying like similar characters. So this Hestia is going to be insane. This is probably going to be the most used unit that we see in war games for quite some time, if I'm predicting this correctly. But yeah, that's Hestia. She's pretty good. And now, like I said before, we're going to the Norse mythology characters. Here's Loki. At +5, she gets a pretty good amount of HP and a very good amount of magic. And her skill is a buff to your allies, 15% critical rate up, and penetration rate at +10%. So both those stats are pretty important numbers, especially in war games, because critical hits do 1.5 times the damage that your normal attack would do. And then what penetration does is ignore defense, and also if your hit penetrates, then it's not guarded. So guard is very heavily used in war games to have damage. So with more penetration and more crits, you're gonna be doing a lot more damage in war games. But this is just crazy. It's so much. I think Hestia is better, but if you since Loki gives a lot of magic, if you have a magic character, you want to put Loki on that, and you're gonna be critting and penetrating a lot of your hits. The one thing to note is that since a lot of people use the T assist, which gives strength and critical rate, but between T and Loki, you have to make a decision there, because remember, assist skills do not stack, so you're not going to get the critical rate bonuses of both. You're just going to get the higher one. So if you're using Loki and you still want to increase your strength on your characters, you probably need to use something like the part-time Hestia, or even the Crunchyroll Hestia that increases strength and gives you HP regen. And here is the new Freya assist, and I really like the art here. I didn't even noticed that blue bird until now, but it feels just like a mixture between elegant and modest. And I say modest even though she has quite the assets there, but still, that's the vibe that the outfit she has here gives me. She has pretty good HP there, and a very good magic as well at 600, and her skill is reducing all damage done to your allies by 10%, and increases your magic by 15%. So, oh my lord, 10% damage reduction overall. That's just super important for war games. That's actually going to be helpful for stuff in general. 10% less damage across the board for everything. That's insane. And then plus the 15% magic. Now at first I was like, I already have Crunchyroll Hime at +5, and she gives 15% magic. So, so if you're like already have a character like Crunchyroll Hime, or even the Banquet Queen Freya that also gives the same amount of intellect, you have to make a decision here. But reduction of damage by 10% is just huge. It's just huge. So I'm gonna have to make a decision there too on how I want to spend my ears, and it's really hard to get assist characters to +5 to begin with. But oh man, most of these assists, like especially Loki, Freya, and Hestia, are very good, and the Anisis is just right there. We'll see if he's gonna be effective or not. He'll reduce healing and also do poison damage. But remember that Ceremonial Flame Hestia is a thing and will negate the poison. So the only thing that he's going to be contributing there, if Ceremonial Flame Hestia is being used against you, is that heal reduction. But again, I will be releasing a character analysis video sometime in the future, probably tomorrow night, if not later than that. And you heard me say that I was very worried about these great new assist characters, because we have to decide between using our Iris on these characters, or if you want to save them for the Attack on Titan collaboration. But they are giving us some more Iris here with these 2 campaigns. The first one, if you log in between 10/17 and 11/6, you'll receive 200 Iris and 11 draw ticket that guarantees a 3-star character right off the bat. And there will also be an additional login campaign that starts on 10/18. And if you log in during 10 days during that campaign, you will collectively get 200 more Iris and another 11 draw ticket, 3-star guaranteed. So altogether, that's 400 Iris being given to us, which means 1 11 roll, and then 2 11 draw tickets that guarantee a 3-star. I'm not quite sure if those tickets in particular will include the new characters that we're getting. By the way, the new characters are not time limited, so that's great. They will be in the game permanently, so we'll be able to get them from regular tickets and such when they are added to the general pool. That might not be right away, but we'll see. Hopefully they're right away so we can actually use these tickets right here to try and get them. And also they revealed who the 2 final Attack on Titan collaboration characters will be. We're getting the assist characters revealed here. So with the banners, with Attack on Titan, they're probably going to be split between 2 Avengers and assist, and then 2 Avengers and assist on the other side as well. The first assist that was revealed is Armin, which makes a lot of sense considering his character in Attack on Titan. It makes more sense for him to be the assist character and not Mikasa or Levi, especially Bell and Eyes, who make way more sense being adventurers than Armin would. And the final one, which I find hilarious, is Titan Eren assist. So it's probably gonna be strength or something like that, right? But it's really funny that his Titan form is the assist character. I understand that he's not going to be the adventurer because he would take up the entire screen. That doesn't make any sense. So because Titan Eren is an assist character, I'm really hoping that the free 4-star Eren they give us for the event is going to have the special attack of transforming into this Titan. Because if he doesn't, that's such a big missed opportunity. But hopefully that's what happens. If it doesn't, I'll be a sad boy. Sorry, I had to move my face. But we will also be getting a cute Elphilus heroic trial. And that starts on 10/18. So this works like similar to the other heroic trials. Farm up the bond currency, buy the 1 bond, and you'll be able to limber break your cute Elphilus if you have one. But seeing cute Elphilus gives me it reminds me of bad things, because on that banner between Philvis and Reveria, I wanted Reveria. I got 1 Reveria, and I got 4 cute Elphilvises. So I don't know how I feel about seeing her again, but I guess I'll have her a +4 for what it's worth. So that would be cool, I guess. But yeah, guys, if you want to limit break your cute Elphilvis, here's your chance. And finally, let's just break down the dates and what we're expecting in the near future. There's some stuff in here I didn't mention before in the video, so keep an eye on that. On 10/16, which is tonight, we'll be expecting the Familia System to be dropped, along with all Fallen quests being unlocked for a period of time. We don't know how long that is, but we don't have to wait till Sunday to do stuff. Of course, I already have like over 500 of every Fallen, so I'm not too worried about that. I was cool with doing it on Sunday, but that's a great opportunity for newer players especially that need those Fallen quests right away to unlock the skills and stats for their characters. And on 10/17, tomorrow, the Familia Login campaign will start. Your great success rates on stuff like leveling your characters up and feeding XP into your weapons and armor, that's going to be doubled during that time, so go crazy with that. I just went crazy the other day, so I'm kind of I don't know how I feel about this. Also, the dispatch quest will return on tomorrow night, and with that they said there's going to be more quests to give more ears, so that's cool because I kind of like Rampage because it didn't cost any stamina, and you could just get through it all in one day and get around like 300 eras or so. But the dispatch quest system definitely needed some tuning, so we'll see how it goes this time. Hopefully we'll get more eras and more rewards like that, and hopefully it doesn't cost as much stamina, because 48 stamina dispatch quests are, whew, man. On 10/18, of course, War Games is closing, so Record Buster is coming back. This Record Buster is going to be Otter again. I don't know why. They keep doing this. They keep doing this. They do like Reveria twice, and then Otter twice, and then Reveria 1 time, and then the Otter 1 time. So are we gonna alternate 1-to-1 or what? Because we only faced this Water Reveria 1 time, and we faced the first Reveria, the Flame one, 2 times. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'm assuming they're going to cycle through all the elements of Reveria. I don't know why we had to go back to Otter so soon, though. Unless they're alternating 1-to-1. So we'll see what happens there. Otter's back, yay! Also, 10/18, cute Elphilus Heroic Trial. And that's also the day that we'll be getting that login and immediately get 200 Eris and the 11 drop ticket that guarantees a 3-star. And finally, on 10/30 is that Attack on Titan collaboration event. And hopefully we get these skills for those characters beforehand so we know whether or not to use our Eris on these assist characters. But the banners will probably be up at the same time, so that shouldn't be too much of a concern anyway. But it's always nice to know ahead of time what to be expecting with the Attack on Titan characters, because I am excited for that event, especially because the anime is on break until April, I believe. So yeah, more Attack on Titan will be a fun time. And thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Again, I want to thank the unofficial DanMemo Discord and Crow Armburst for the translations. The link to that Discord will be in the description below. And like I said with my Familia itself, I wrote down a list of names from people requesting to be my Familia on Discord. You can go ahead and message me, comment on YouTube, or join my Discord and PM me, or just say something in the channel itself to get into the Familia. I know that's not like the best system, but there's a 30 follower limit and I got to do something, and I'll probably try to do like a recruitment page for other Familias in my Discord if you want to use that. Of course, there's probably other communities there like Reddit and such. If you can't get into my Familia, I wish I could accept everybody, but we can't, so we have to make do with what we got. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And I plan to be doing more Danmachi related stuff in general besides DanMemo, because the next two light novels, Sword of Artoria 7 and Main Series Volume 12, are coming out on the 30th of this month, and I want to do reviews for both of those. And I still haven't done the review for Sword of Artoria 6, and I'm going to try and put that out at some point before the two light novels drop on the same day. I actually took that day off just to read those novels, and that's also the day the Attack on Titan collaboration event comes out, so that's going to be a busy day. Ooh. If you want to stay updated on what I'm doing, go ahead and follow me on Twitter, and join my Discord if you want to talk about DanMemo, have any questions. We also talk about anime as well. This is a really fun season for anime. I love it so much. And as always, guys, enjoy your time adventuring in Arario and the dungeon. This is Lauren Gaming, and I'm signing out.